Good evening.
Kala ko makikikain lang ako ngayong gabi. Biglang sabi ni Ray, I need to talk again. So, medyo binilisan ko yung kain ko ng salad ko. No, it's okay. So, nice to be here and see all of you join us tonight. Siguro before I go into the meat of why we are here, or the announcement, the big announcement that we have tonight, I'd like to just briefly talk about the celebration of Seaoil also on its 40th year anniversary. So as you can see, all of us, from Seaoil, we're wearing our 40th year shirts. And I'd just like to give you a little bit of background on yung logo namin for our 40th year anniversary. If you can see, there are two major components there. You have the sun's rays, diba? Shining on number 40, and then at the bottom you have something like water flowing. And basically those two elements really embody or symbolize what Seaoil or how Seaoil has been successful all of these years. The sun's rays actually symbolize integrity for us, or being in the light and making sure that we do things right, not necessarily what is easy. Yung pangalawa naman, at the bottom, you have the water flowing, and that symbolizes Seaoil's being innovative, or being in the cutting edge of innovation. And later on in the presentation, I will show you some of the innovations that Seaoil has undertaken. So we're very happy to share this 40th year celebration with all of you, and we look forward, of course, to the next 40 years and beyond. So in a snapshot, before I go to the milestones of Seaoil, I'd like to share with you some fast facts, or a snapshot of where we are. So Seaoil is the leading independent fuel company in the Philippines. Now, we say independent, we also, of course, have the big three, diba? Yung Petron, Shell, and Caltex. Now, before the oil deregulation, those were the only players in the country. But when it started, when the oil industry deregulated, independent players came in, and Seaoil was one of them. So we are the leading independent fuel company in the Philippines. We are ranked number 49 in the top 1,000 corporations. And last year, we sold a total of 1.5 billion liters of fuel. So that's how massive Seaoil is. We have more than 400 retail stations around the country. And we have 10 depots also nationwide. And if you ask us, what is the biggest advantage of Seaoil versus the other players in the market, it's really our network of depots and terminals. We have the most number of depots and terminals, even more than the big three. And that really is our advantage versus our competition. A lot of people say, naku, mura ng gasolina sa Seaoil, siguro masama ang quality niya. Actually, in fact, conversely, our fuels are, if not equal to, better than, in fact, all of the fuels available. Because our fuels are all imported from either Japan, South Korea, or Singapore, and we test our fuels 3 times daily. On top of that, we use STP as our additives. Now, the reason why, a big factor why our fuels are lower priced is because we're actually more efficient. Because of our network of depots around the country, our delivery costs are much, much lower than the other players. So if you notice, the top 2 players, Petron and Shell, they have refineries in Batangas, and basically they deliver their fuel from Batangas all the way down to Mindanao. And you can just imagine how much cost that is in terms of transportation, going through the truckers, and then the ships, and then truckers again. Kami, we have the depots right in the islands, which make delivery very efficient for us. And we will continue to build on this network of retail stations and depots around the country over the next 3 to 5 years. In fact, our plans are very aggressive in terms of expansion over the next few years. Now, talking about earlier, I mentioned there are two things that have been very key to Seaoil's success in the past 40 years. And that would be our, the importance of integrity in the way we run our business. And second is innovation. Now, in terms of innovation, let me just show you some of the key milestones for Seaoil. In 1997, about 21 years ago, that was the time that the oil industry was deregulated. And Seaoil was the very first independent player to open a retail station. Soon after that, a lot of the other independents opened theirs. In 2002 and 2003, we were the very first to introduce clean air compliant unleaded fuel in a year after diesel. Now, in the Philippines. And the reason for why we are able to, why we're ahead of the other competitors is because, we depend on imported fuel. And of course, the fuel in other countries would tend to advance more or faster than here in the Philippines. In 2005, we were ahead of the Biofuels Act. We launched BioExceed. In fact, just a little bit of trivia, one of the family members, the founders of Seaoil, was actually very active working with the government to push the Biofuels Act. So I guess you could say that without them, the Biofuels Act wouldn't have passed at that time. We also pioneered ethanol blending in fuel as the first to offer E10. And in 2008, we were the first to develop E85 fuels, which up to this day, we are the only company that actually sells E85. And if you ask the racers out there, and maybe here, Atoy can attest, that when he races, he uses E85 fuel from Seaoil. And the good thing with E85 is, of course, it's an ethanol blend. One of the things that we're proud of is we are able to help, farmers because we source ethanol from our sugar farmers here in the Philippines. 2008 also, we introduced a very innovative product. That was the time, if you remember, kung naalala nyo, 2008, that was the time na yung fuel prices really soared. It went above 60 pesos per liter. And for us to be able to help our consumers, we introduced the price lock. It's like a prepaid card. You prepay for your fuel. So if you buy, let's say, 50 or in advance, you buy, let's say, 10 liters of fuel, lock na yung presyo mo. So kahit na tumaas yung presyo the following day or the following week, then you're price protected. In 2009, we also introduced the 97 octane, which was the highest octane at the time. 97, this was Extreme 97. And then 2013 was the year when we solidified our partnership with STP. As you know, STP is maybe the leading and one of the most popular additives from the US. And in fact, they're well known to be a partner of NASCAR. So we're very proud of this partnership as well. 2013, we also partnered with Philips. At the time, 2013, hindi pa masyado uso yung mga LED lighting and all. Of course, the LED lighting was, it helps us in terms of, electrical consumption, it helps us in terms of efficiency. But primarily, we got into this partnership with Philips because we wanted our stations to be well lit, para mas attractive siya, and at the same time, more secure for our customers. And then just last year, again, we came out with an innovation. We were the first, and I believe still the only company that actually offers lifetime free gas. So this was a promotion, a very successful promotion that we ran last year, where we had 4 grand winners of lifetime free gas. then finally, in terms of the milestones that we'd like to share with you tonight, 2018, just a few months ago, March to be exact, Seaoil signed a strategic partnership with Caltex Australia. Now, many people ask us that now that you have a partnership with Caltex Australia, are you, merged with Caltex? Actually, no. Caltex Australia was divested by Chevron worldwide a few years ago. That was the time that there was a sort of an oil crisis, and Chevron had to divest some of their businesses. Caltex Australia was one of them. So Caltex Australia is now a fully independent, publicly traded company in Australia. So just March this year, we signed a strategic partnership with them. They have taken a minority share of Seaoil in the Philippines. And with the partnership, we actually strengthen our position, and we are geared to actually be more competitive in the future. Because there are a lot of synergies that we share with Caltex Australia. One is in terms of sourcing. They also source regionally. So with economies of scale, we can improve our sourcing even more. And then in terms of retail or station know-how, we can learn a lot from Caltex Australia because they operate thousands of stations in Australia. And not just in Australia, they also own Gull, which is the leading fuel company in New Zealand. So we're all very excited with the prospects of the future. And this 2018, we will begin our next journey of the next 40 years and beyond. And to kick off that journey, we are introducing, again, the promotion that has proven very successful for us. You know, it's back, and it's the lifetime free gas, Oh My Gas. So this promotion begins on a very auspicious date. It begins on 8/1/8/18, which is August 18, next week, Saturday next week. And it will run for 3 months until November 18, 2018. So again, with this promotion, we are giving away
Joy Spring.
Joy Spring or Marlon Stalker or Mr. Atoy Llave right here. So again, we will have 4 winners of lifetime free gas. Mapapa oh my gas talaga kayo. Aside from our 4 lifetime free gas winners, we will have 30 winners of 10,000 pesos worth of Seaoil products. And over 100,000 winners of instant prizes. So before I go into the mechanics, I'd like to share with you, a story about, not a story, but I'd like to share with you the winners of last year's promotion. So we had 4 winners. Of course, they're so lucky. At the same time, kami rin, we were so lucky because we got a good representation of people from different walks of life and from different places around the Philippines. So our first winner last year was Monica Polikit. She's from Pasig, a mom of 5 kids. The second winner was Gerard Davis from Marikina, a very young guy. So siya siguro yung pinakaswerte kasi lifetime. So mas madaming years siguro yung niya may enjoy yung free gas niya. And then we have Julio Carpio from Muntinlupa, who is a retired OFW. And just a short story about him. Actually, when he won, of course, he was so happy. But at the same time, medyo nalungkot siya. Sabi niya, naku, sana pala yung pangalan ng anak ko yung nilagay ko dun sa entry. Para mas medyo mahaba-haba yung lifetime free gas niya. And then finally, someone from Iloilo, Jeffrey Olasa, who is an entrepreneur. So these were our 4 winners last year. And I think you could say that when we first started the promotion, people were sort of, anong tawag dito? Medyo doubtful na medyo skeptic pa sila na, totoo ba yan? Are they really giving away lifetime free gas? But I guess, over a period of 3 months, once they heard of real people, in fact, winning lifetime free gas, then they started to believe. So this year, since we will start in August, we will have 3 draw dates. The first one will happen on September 19. We will draw 1 winner of lifetime free gas, and then 10 winners of 10,000 worth of Seaoil products. The following month, another winner, and then again 10 winners of 10,000 worth of Seaoil products. And then on the last draw, which is November 29, there will be we will draw 2 winners of lifetime free gas. And again, 10 winners of 10,000 pesos worth of Seaoil products. Simple lang ang mechanics. Simply gas up at least 500 pesos. For every 500 peso purchase of fuel or lubricants, then you get a raffle coupon. And the coupon also has a scratch card that can also give you instant prizes. So who can join? So 18 years old and above. You only need to present a valid driver's license. And of course, you should be a Filipino citizen. Mga hindi pwede, if you're a key account or a fleet account, then you're not eligible to join. Siyempre, para fair naman dun sa mga regular consumers like us. Although unfair din for us because us as Seaoil employees, we're not allowed to join. So Seaoil employees, advertising agency, and relatives of the staff in the participating stations are not eligible to join. Of course, our relatives are also not eligible to join. So how to join? We have 2 ways to join. The first one is through online registration. You can just type lifetime free gas or lifetimefreegas.com, and automatically you go to a registration page where you can fill in your details. The second way of joining is the traditional way. We will still have drop boxes in the station, so you can drop your raffle entries. Now what there is, so yung sa station, you simply need to fill in all the details, a little bit of reply to some answers, to some questions, and then you'll see here a promo code. Now you have to keep note of your promo code because that is the promo code that you will use for your online entry. Because the online entry, so yan yung drop box. Now the online entry allows you to double your chances of winning. Kasi nahulog mo na nga ito sa drop box, and then when you register online and key in the promo code, you get another chance to win. So yeah, so actually in the claim stop, nandun din yung promo code. So you can easily refer to it. So again, just register your promo codes at www.lifetimefreegas.com. Or if you wish, you can also visit the Seaoil page and you can find the registration page in there. So with that, I'd like to formally inform you and introduce to you the lifetime free gas promo for 2018. And we hope that you all come visit Seaoil, any of the Seaoil stations, and join the promotion. Who knows, you may be one of the lucky winners, diba, of lifetime free gas. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir JB, for introducing us the milestones and innovations throughout the Seaoil's journey, and of course for the